Welcome back to Home Track Heroes here at Evergreen Speedway. This is DriftCon After Dark, and we are about halfway through our Final Four. The winner of our last battle is going on to battle for first place, while the loser hangs back and is going to battle for third place. And so, yeah, we're about halfway through the Final Four. Next battle, though, on the right-hand side of the bracket.
We're going to have Jacob Corbett, because we're soft-teeing his last name,
going
up against Nate Snyder. So these are two different styles. Jacob Corbett is a wild card out there. You never know what you're going to get, but it's always fun to watch. Nate Snyder, he's got a very refined style, a very, calculated style, it feels like. So it's going to be fun to see which one transpires best on course, which one the judges like more, and who goes into the finals. Right now we got Rudy Hansen in the finals, guaranteed a podium spot. And we're going to see who he's going to battle against. But Jace is battling for third. So the loser of this battle gets to battle Jace, final spot on the podium, and a chance to bring home some hardware.
That's right. We want to take a moment as well to thank one of our sponsors here at Evergreen Speedway, T-Mobile. T-Mobile is proud to be a sponsor at Evergreen Speedway, so thank you to our friends at T-Mobile for keeping us connected. As you can see, our drivers staged up here on the starting line. So Nate Snyder is going to be leading the first battle with Jacob Corbett out in the chase position.
I love that we're soft teeing his name.
There's no going back at this point, I guess.
No, we're going to lean into it hard.
So Nate Snyder in the green machine out front. Nate also goes by Tire Slayer Snyder, and he is 30 years old out at Everett here in Washington. He's been drifting here since 2012, so a lot of seat time. Definitely a veteran of sorts, and he drives that 1995 S14, car number 626. He's got a built 6-liter Chevy with a TR 6060 trans, running a Link ECU and Accelera 651 sport tires. Nate out front, let's check him out.
That's actually Brad Davis's old motor in his car.
Go figure.
Doing him well out there. So out front, Nate Snyder, big initiation from him. And right beside him, Jacob Corbett. Following the same line, Nate Snyder laying down that smoke screen, but Jacob staying a couple cars behind, keeping a consistent distance as they go into the infield.
That's all we can really ask is maybe just tightening things up in there. He makes the move, charges
that's what I'm talking about.
But over-rotates and then gets a zero as Nate leads on in the lead position. I don't think he scrubbed too much speed. I think just he over-rotated on his own.
Just over-rotated. It might have been a slight tap of the brake that just brought him that last couple degrees to over-rotate. But, man, that was looking filthy right there. That transition behind Nate was looking good. You see both these guys riding a pretty high line. Jacob kind of running a little bit inside, cutting the line a little bit, trying to keep up with them.
But
now watch this. Boom. Tries to tuck right in. Good. And you saw his brake lights were on. I think that might have been a little bit of left foot brake.
Right.
Brought him right around. Nate Snyder just finishing the run. It's just solo time, baby.
He was definitely set up to gonna be a force there of impact at the end, as far as putting the pressure on through the tail end. But yeah, like we saw earlier with Marcus, just washing out. He'll get a redemption run here in the lead position. Jacob Corbett out front, Nate Snyder giving chase.
Yeah, Jacob gonna try and make up for it now. He's got to do something good.
High up on the bank, setting up smooth, but slowly falling into drip. But right on that white and blue wall. Wow, getting comfortable up high. As Nate Snyder, though, right in the picture from the start. Putting on the pressure. Let's see how they do through the transition. Really tight. Barely giving him any room for transition, but right, nice and tight on that inside clipping point. They're going to finish off strong. Nate Snyder, though, applying pressure to the very end.
Yes!
Right on his, wow. No complaints. Solid run. Nate Snyder in the chase position.
All right, there's a couple things. We're going to go, send us to the drone footage. All right, drone footage. Yeah, a couple things I want to point out. So Nate was anticipating a midline. Watch him now. He moves right up. So he knew how to make his car move up a lane, get right in behind Jacob Corbett. And now watch Jacob laying down a great lead run, but bumper swept him. Are you kidding me? Or lack of bumper, bash bar swept him, whatever you want to call it. Nate's work in progress now. But holy crap, dude. What a chase run. Great lead run. I mean, doing what they can. Nate, you didn't have to go that hard. He did it for you. He did it for the fans, dude. That was great. I mean, yeah, absolutely. You saw a half point. Nate got the win there. He's going on. Watch these side by side, and you're gonna see just it was dominance, pure dominance by Nate Snyder.
I wonder if Nate knew he didn't have to go as hard into the second half of the battle with Jacob spinning on the first half, but. Yeah, he applied the pressure nonetheless. Couldn't give any, didn't matter at that point. He was going to put on a show. And wow, we could not have seen a better chase position there from Nate Snyder. Solid run by both drivers, though.
All right, Snyder, you got the win. You're going against Hansen in the final. What do you think it's going to take to top him?
You know, I haven't driven with Hansen a lot, so I'm just going to try and stick it to his door and make a good show for the crowd. I'm super excited, 2 wins in a row. Hopefully I can take that momentum into that battle and take it.
Talk about that last battle of Corbett. You seemed pretty ecstatic afterwards.
Yeah, I was happy. Not often I get 2 wins in a row, so that was fun. I thought I might have made some mistakes following him, so I was just happy to get the win.
All right, Jacob Corbett. Well, we're going to see you in the 3rd place round. What are your thoughts on that last battle?
Holy shit. Excuse me. Oh man, I did my best. I know I had a mistake. I spun, so I just did the best I could and hope he'd make a mistake behind me.
What are your thoughts moving on to the battle against Jay Savage for the 3rd place?
Well, Jason's a good friend. We're kind of on a little team together, so he's been driving on point all day, so I'm actually really excited. I'm going to stick it to his door best I can.
Wow, killer stuff from Nate Snyder there in the chase position. I mean, we're not even done yet. We still got 2 battles remaining, but dang, I couldn't ask for any more of the competition. What are you thinking so far, Ben?
Right, so we got our final battles like all set up, right? So for the 1st place battle, we got Rudy Hansen going up against Nate Snyder. So Rudy is a pro spec licensed driver, and Nate is like old school Pro 2 licensed driver, right? And then in 3rd place, for the 3rd place battle, we got Jace Habiche going up against Jacob Corbett. We're just going to butcher those last names super hard for the rest of the night because, I mean, it's the last event of the year. We can do whatever we want, right? They got all winter to correct us.
For sure.
It's no big deal.
No worries. But, yeah, where are we going to be at anyway? But like you said, yeah, our next up is our 3rd place battle. Rudy Hansen.
No, we got it's Jace Habiche.
Jason.
Yeah, we get to butcher all these names, dude.
Get lost in
just
the mix.
a chop shop right now. Just butchery. So we got Jacob Corbett, the soft T last name. You see him warming up his tires, and he's gonna meet his foe on the line. We got Jace Habiche, Jace H.
Habiche.
That's right.
Habachi.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
On the start line, we got this FD style chicane set up. But let's see what kind of pressure. I'm curious to see how much breathing room Jacob there out in the chase position is going to give himself right behind Jace.
So you mentioned the chicane. That's to slow down the lead driver so it's not just a pure drag race off the start. So the follow driver has a better way to pace him going into initiation. So Jace, you see he's running that mid line, and you know his pedal is just absolutely floored right now.
Fully committed.
Jacob right there with him. Beautiful run, both these guys.
Great angle, good commitment coming into the infield. That same hard charging, though, that we saw previously. Let's see if he can hang on to it, though. Weird line, though, at the very end there from Jace, but he's able to get things back squared out. Great opportunity for Jacob to keep on applying the pressure at the end.
Yeah, let's get this drone footy. Let's get a better on-board, basically, look at what was going on here. So we got Jace in the lead.
Fully committed.
Just turns in on that initiation. Normally you kind of want to huck the car up and let the weight carry you up. He just kind of steered in, so that's why he's driving that mid line. Jacob,
a little bit of left foot braking there halfway through the bank. Doesn't quite reach any of the zones. Really trying to get back on the same line. I think he's sacrificing too much at that point.
Yeah.
I don't think his car is that much slower in drift, so.
No, this is a lot of chaos right now going on track.
Out front, though, Jace, I'd say pretty strong.
Pretty strong. He's very consistent, so you're going to get the same thing from Jace every time because I don't think he can really do much different. I think with his power level, the way the car is set up, he's just foot to the floor and just kind of midline the whole time.
Almost pulling too far ahead. Let's see if interesting start there with the chase car pulling past the lead, and might have been too much there as now he has a bit of a gap to kind of pull up on. Let's see if he can sacrifice a little bit here. But as they come into the infield, great angle, great line by Jacob Corbett out in the front. Starting to sacrifice some line, starting to be a little bit of a part of a picture here, but it might be a little too late. I don't know, just wasn't there on the bank at all. That was a very interesting start. I'd like to see that again from the drone perspective.
Yeah, so we mentioned the chicane for the lead driver. Now the chase driver can actually leave before like the green light goes, basically.
And he told it, yeah.
So they can kind of roll out. So you saw Jace kind of roll out a bit too far and had to actually drop back. So kind of negated him leaving early at all and any advantage he would have got from it.
Yeah, just bad timing really off the start line. Other than that, I feel like he was setting himself up for a pretty good chase position, just had to close that gap. And I don't know, I'm not one of the judges, so we're going to turn it to one of them as they have all the pressure on. I feel like it could almost go either way.
So we'll see which way the finger going to point.
A lot too deliberate here.
Oh.
Turns out, wow.
Oh, so
surprise.
there's two ways this can go, right? It can go driver A, driver B, or one more time. And so that was a new hand gesture I've seen for one more time, but that means
Spin
we're
it up.
going again. It was too close to call. The judges couldn't find a definitive winner in that battle, so they want to see him go again, clean it up a little bit, and see if we can get someone who fully earns that last podium spot.
Yeah, I think improvements can be had by both drivers, especially in the chase position. We see Jacob kind of lackluster at the end, as well as Jace just failing to keep pace at the start. So that and various other very minute mistakes, I think, is going to cause that one more time. So we're going to head back to staging in a little bit. But, man, yeah, first one more time of the night. It could happen again. But we're just two more battles away for hopefully just two battles away before we have our third place finisher and our first place finisher. So wrapping up the tail end of Pro-Am now. We still have drifting games from DriftCon at the end of the night. So
yeah.
looking forward to that. Still a lot going on this evening here at Home Track Heroes.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see the Pro-Am come to a culmination. I want to see who our champion is. I want to see all that. I mean, I'm pretty invested in that. That's the part I love. I love the competition aspect, and I love to see these drivers have the opportunity to take the next step and go into the next stage and do that stuff. So that's what these guys are competing for. It looks like we're going to have Jace Habiche and Jacob Corbett
One more
back
time.
up to the line. They got that one more time battle. So we want to get third place done before we go first and second, right? Because you want to have that climax right at the end, right? You don't want to climax and then watch third and just, okay.
So the whole time, the first place competitors are just sitting back. They're getting anxious, having to watch this battle go on. I can only imagine what kind of pressure that adds to everything. But back to our third place battle now. Lights are on. We're going to wait for that green light to send him off the line. Or as Jared Dando would say, send it.
That's right. We just sketch this battle, right? Just
Exactly.
clean board.
I like it.
Ready to go.
All formal. But yeah, wipe the board clean. Jacob Corbett out in the chase position. Jace Habich out front. See him clean things up a little bit all the way around. Jacob matching that mid to high line as they start on that mid lane. Staying committed. Jace out front. Good smoke at angle. Much better chase, though, set up by Jace in the rear position. Jacob in the chase position. Wow. Knocking out that barrel as he come around the inside clip. Doing a much cleaner job, I'd say, by Jacob. Still not the cleanest as they come through the infield, but strong finish. And great lead run there by Jace Habich out front. Solid run by the lead car for sure.
Man, we tried to announcer's curse him pretty good there. You're giving him kudos.
Wavering.
Jacob almost straightened before the finish line, but you can see Jacob actually does a really good job here. He slows down with a bit of angle, actually. And so coming off the bank, he slows down with a bunch of angle, which is actually a really good move to do. Takes out that one barrel, but that's fine. We don't need that barrel. That's nothing. That means nothing. And does a really good job here. You see he has a waiver and a big correction there.
Interesting. So not the most fluent of endings there.
No, which up until then was a great chase run. And like I said, Jace, you're going to get the same thing from him every time because I think that is exactly what his car is capable of, and he's driving it to the max.
Here we go. Jacob out front. Jace giving chase. Let's see if he can. Much better start, I'd say, this time. He's just got to close that gap up, which I'm sure we'll see him do throughout the bank here. Jacob getting set up for his run into the infield, aiming for that nice wide line. Kind of fills the zone pretty good, actually, as transitions through the second zone. Jace closing the gap, starting to be in the picture here, but wow, solid run out front. Jacob Corbett putting the smoke down, the rear end to the wall. Strong finish. This is another close battle. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go to the drone footage. We'll point out a couple things. So Jacob likes to drive fast, it feels like. So you'll see him initiate, and then he doesn't have a great amount of angle, and he's not very high on the bank. So that's going to make his actual vehicle speed go very, very fast. And so that's why he pulls a pretty big gap. So now Jace has to make a lot of sacrifices in the chase position to get back into the picture, into the frame here, which he does. But at this point, this infield run by Jacob is absolutely fantastic. It is a great run, lots of angle, lots of style, lots of energy, and we'll see what the judges decide now. Tyler getting radio, talking to judges.
Just got to point out the Haggard rear end of Jace's car there, but there it is.
There
officially.
we go. Atta boy. So we got to, I mean, that's Jacob's first podium here. So
Confirmed.
You get to see the side-by-side, but Jacob's been coming here the past couple of years. He has had a lot of trials and tribulations and stuff, and I feel like this is a great way to put like a stamp on this season is with a podium spot. So
Well deserved. But yeah, solid run here. You can see it side by side. It was just a combination of both a really high pressure chase run and a solid lead run. We couldn't ask for anything more.
Well, you were so close coming home 4th place tonight. Walk me through your competition.
Well, at the end there, I just ran out of tire. That's basically what it came down to. I should have brought 2 more tires. Would have been a little bit better off, I think.
So who all do you thank for your car this whole entire competition?
J2 Racing, H2 Engineering, my crew, Alex Chavez, John Lang, and Millennium Motors. He got me a good deal on the tires. Jacob Corbett painted my car, helped me tune the car. I'm just happy that he walked away with the win today. He always comes up here and fights really hard.